Good evening. Good evening. Patrick here. 8 questions with. Woo, what a crazy day this has been. I just came over from the Bats channel, Al Lucard. It's his birthday today. So happy birthday to our good friend and co-host, Al the Bat Lucard. So happy birthday. Just came up back from his channel. He's doing a premiere. He just did his haul video. I think he's just got his birthday loot. Ton of fun movies that Al picked up for his collection. Crazy goodness, and well deserved. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Get some goodies on your birthday like that. So welcome to the show. Uh, uh, Glad to be here. Glad to be here. We are welcoming in the whip smart and always sassy Kristy Adams, one of the owners of Nightmare Toys in Las Vegas. Kristy's been on the show twice, and I thought I'd bring her back in the beginning of November, like I have, because there's been a lot of changes with Nightmare Toys since we last talked to her. I'm excited to have her share what's been going on. Plus, it's also technically the beginning of the holiday season, November 1st. And we will be talking to Kristy about what sort of things that you guys can look for to get at Nightmare Toys. Because, I mean, if you are in this community, you are surrounded by people with, who love horror. And what better place to get something cool for someone you like than from Nightmare Toys? And they have a ton of good stuff, and we'll be talking about what they'll be carrying. Hey, Jaden and Night Fright Talk Show, welcome. We have Kristy Adams will be here in about 10 or 15 minutes for the show, and this will be Kristy's third time come on as a guest. I enjoy having her on because I'm always interested in seeing how the store has progressed. Um, it's always a lot of fun, and I do believe when she comes here, she will be talking to us about how the store is doing. Heading into the one of the most busiest times of the year, of course, being Christmas season. Um, wow. Today is also Godzilla Day, so happy Godzilla Day to everybody. Last night I was dropping a lot of names here. So last night I was on Gorophobe's channel. He was watching Christine with Steven from Craving Something Scary, and YouTube let me know that Godzilla Day was going on, so I went over to Godzilla Live. Holy crow, it was flying. That chat was like over 5,000 people, and it was just crazy fast. Um, so the big news is that they dropped two new shorts, Godzilla shorts, Godzilla versus Gigan, two different shorts, Godzilla versus Gigan, Godzilla versus Gigan Rex. Um, uh, who's going live tonight? I don't know. I know I am. I don't know. I don't know anybody. Oh, and the midnight hour will be going on at 10:15 tonight. Those are the only two that I know that are going up live. Um, Myself, right here, right now, and the midnight hour at 10:15. But they dropped Godzilla. The Godzilla Day was live too, Jaden. There was like 5,000 people in that chat. I think I saw it peak at 5,500. That was absolutely insane. I've never seen a chat that busy. So they had over 5,000 people there for Godzilla Day. So they dropped two, like I said, they dropped two new shorts, Godzilla versus Gigan Rex and Godzilla versus Gigan. And they also announced too that Toho will be dropping a new Godzilla movie in 2023. This is from Toho. This will be Japan. I'm not sure if it's going to be a follow up to Shin Godzilla or not. I'm not sure about that. They just announced that there will be a new Godzilla movie. What's really going to be interesting to me is they're going to do another Godzilla Kong movie here, and we're wondering the which kaiju are they going to be tussling with. I was hoping Gigan. I was hoping Gigan and maybe Destroyer. I was thinking that's because they've already used King Ghidorah, they've already used Mechagodzilla, they've already used Rodan and Mothra. So you're trying to figure out what's left, and especially if Godzilla and King Kong were supposed to be friends in this one, who are they going to battle? And I do think it will. One of the monsters will be Gigan. Um, what was really funny watching the Godzilla Day Fest was I love Gigan, and we have a lot of fun with him here. Um, but man, I didn't know how over he was in Japan. He's a very popular character in the Godzilla universe over in Japan. Um, I hope that he comes. I hope that we get him here in the United States. I hope that we do, but I have a feeling that's who Godzilla's going to be tussling with in his new movie. I think they're going to bring Gigan back. That'll be interesting. I think they're gonna have to talk about that because I don't think they want to have two Godzilla movies come out around the same time, basically him fighting the same bad guy. So it'll be interesting to see. Um, so yeah, as that's yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. If you get a chance to go to Godzilla Live or Godzilla Fest, the Godzilla channel, the official channel, and if they replayed the stream, I'm not sure if they did or if they're going to edit it or not. How do you recommend that you do so? I'm sure the chat will probably be a little bit slowed down, and they might even have some translations done because it was all in Japanese. The live stream was all in Japanese, so they might make it so that you can keep up. They might have the language so we can all understand it. Um, I did have to say I did see a celebrity in the I did see a celebrity in the chat, by the way. And that was really cool. And we saw our old friend August Ragone in the chat. And believe me when I'm telling you, there's 5,000 people, and the chat was going like this. It was cool to see him, and people saw him. People saw him and were commenting, "Hey, August, hey, August, hey, August." And I saw him and I said hello, and he said hi back. So that was really cool. We had August, um, who's a foremost Godzilla expert. Um, we had him on the Midnight Hour in an interview about a year ago, a little over a year and a half ago, and yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was fun to see him in the chat. All right, so while we wait for Kristy to get here, I will bring you up to speed of what's going on here. First and foremost, I want to say thank you so much for this week. The support for this week has been really, really good. Hey, there's baseball card collector CV. What's going on, my man? I think you're gonna have a lot of historical cards to collect next season. Um, Aaron Judge, that'll be a hot and demand card. I do think that the Phillies and the Astros World Series cards will be very popular. Um, that's going to be interesting. Uh, yeah, lots of work. Ooh, uh, yeah, I'm probably gonna get in touch with you sooner than later, so you can come up on here and we can talk some baseball cards. I'd love to do that. That'd be a lot of fun. I know there's a lot of people that love baseball. Okay, looks like I'm getting hit with a bot. All right, show yourself, bot. Show yourself. Oh, crap. Okay, well, that's interesting. Okay, sorry about that. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody. Um, yeah, it's gonna be interesting next season for sure as far as collecting goes. Um, yeah, I love to talk to. Oh, thank you. I love to talk some baseball cards. I was a big collector when I was a kid, and I don't dabble in it now. It's really expensive to get into now. It's yeah. If you're just now getting into into baseball card collecting, man, that's gonna be a hard collection to get into. Um, even the basic packs are like what, $4 or $5. And I don't even think they even carry gum anymore. I was one of those that collected the top cards, and you open them up, you have 15 cards, and you have 15 cards, and you have bubble gum. Oh, there he is. There he is. The birthday bat right there. Our good friend Al Lucard, who just dropped an awesome premiere about who dropped a premiere about some his new films he added to his collection. Congratulations for that. Packs are only about $2. Wow, that's a lot cheaper than I thought. Still, it's not as cheap as 25 cents was what they cost when I was collecting. Wow, sold in boxes. Yeah, just before I'm gonna bring on share the calendar with you, but I would just want to comment about this. I thought about this. So I was talking last Sunday. We were talking about what was the first movie that we bought as kids. Uh, I asked about that. I asked that in the Midnight Society before our stream went belly up. But I was asking people what their first movie was when they what they bought, and I had mentioned that I had bought the Starship Troopers. I bought a VHS tape of Starship Troopers, and I was thinking about this, and now I can't tell you the first DVD that I bought. I can't tell you that, but I can tell you the first Blu-ray that I bought, and it was a movie that me and my wife went and saw. It was called Julie and Julia, and we went and saw that movie. We really liked it. It had Meryl Streep in it and Amy Adams, and we really liked it. My wife really enjoyed it a lot, and so I bought it for her. It was my first Blu-ray I ever bought, and I bought it for her for Christmas. For Christmas, I bought it for Christmas. And I just heard this week that the lady that was in the movie was based on, Julie Powell. Uh, she passed away this week. She was only 49 years old, and she passed away at 49. And I was just I was sad to hear that. I was really sad to hear that because her story and her movie and her blog brought a lot of happiness to people, and just really, really sad to see that she passed at such a young age. Um, they said that she passed away of cardiac arrest, so that's a real shame. Uh, so my condolences to Julie Powell and her husband and her family. If you've never seen Julie and Julia, I highly recommend it. It's a beautiful movie. It's a beautiful movie. All right. Let's see. $35 high end. Now, how many companies are still out there? I know when I left, there was Tops, there was Don Russ, and there was Fleer. Those are the three companies that were operating when I collected. But again, that's a long time ago. Which companies are still with us? I'm sure there's a lot more. See, two Tops and Don Russ. Wow. Yeah, mine was even earlier than that. It were Don Russ. I think Don Russ came out in, was it 82, 81, 82. I think Fleer came out a little bit afterwards, but Tops has always been around. Yeah, Tops and Don Russ. Yeah, man, I remember the Don Russ cars when we got them. Man, they were not very good. And good Lord, they couldn't. They had terrible cuts, and they just stuffed the same cards over and over and over. The doubles were terrible. Oh man, you're talking like when you open a Don Russ pack. I mean, it wasn't uncommon for you to get like 2, 3 copies of the same guy in the same pack. Tops, yes. Tonight is doing the midnight hour. It's gonna be Katie, Jaden, popping the popcorn. She is gonna be hosting the show tonight at about 10:15 or so. Yep, yep. Let's see. While I got a chance before Kristy gets here, um, man, I'm looking at their website. I like looking at their website to see all the cool things that they have, and they have so much fun. They have some great figures. They got action figures, like they showing right now. They show the action figures, and of course, who do they have up? None other than Art the Clown, of course. Only Nightmare Toys would be so cool to have something like that up. But I have a question. I always ask Kristy when she comes, and if she's not hearing this now, she will when she gets here. But I'm always asking her if she's found a Black Phillip Funko Pop. I'm always hoping that she tells me that, hey, I got an extra Funko Pop for you. Um, which is probably one of the reasons why I ask her to come onto the show every time, just so I can try to find a Black Phillip Funko Pop. Hi, Hydra Agent. How are you? Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. I really do. I really appreciate that. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. We're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. I see they got mask paint is going up here. Uh, Halloween. Oh, there's the Funko Pops. So they got the picture that they have. Oh, that is cool as hell. That is cool as hell. They have a Funko Pop. It's Candyman with bees on it. All right, put your hands together and let's welcome the mighty Kristy Adams from Nightmare Toys. There you are.
Hello, how are you?
Hi. Good, Kristy. How are you?
I am excellent. Turn my phone
I
down.
am surfing through Nightmare Toys right now. And
Oh,
did you already hear my first question to you?
uh-uh.
It's the same question I asked the last 2 times. Did you ever find out extra Black Phillip Funko?
No, they're not making it anymore.
I keep on thinking like if anybody's gonna find an extra Funko Pop, it's gonna be Kristy. Kristy
Yeah.
will come through.
Well, I would if Funko would come through, but they're not making it anymore.
I'm looking at I'm looking at the Candy Man with the bees on his face. That's
Oh,
absolutely insane.
yeah, that's a fun one.
It is a fun one. So how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, so excited to have you on here because there's so much to talk about. Everything has really taken off for you and the store.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been super busy.
Yes, and I deliberately asked you to come on now. Actually, this is the perfect. I wanted you to come on in the first week, is because you're going into your busy season. You're going into Christmas holiday season,
Yeah.
and yes, we got to talk about. I mean, what better way than to talk about horror goodness than to talk about Nightmare Toys right now,
There you
right?
go. Black Friday
Yeah,
will be coming up, so
that's right. Let's see. Hey Jim, how are you? Hi Nanette. Jim says wish he could stay. He loves Nightmare Toys. He does. Jim from Now Stark. He loves your store. Everybody loves your store. Hi Wes, how are you? Hi Bones. Hello Traveler, how are you? Welcome back. Welcome back. 2 days in a row.
there we
I'm
go. Now I
impressed.
can see everybody. There we go. Now I see
I,
everybody. I'm trying to figure out
I'm impressed. And Nanette, I hope you're feeling a little bit better. Of course, our good friend Al Lucard. It's also his birthday today, so everybody say happy
happy
birthday to the
birthday.
back. Let's see. Yeah, he posted up a picture. He lives in New Orleans, and he posted up a picture of him standing outside the house that Fuji used for the Beyond.
Oh, cool. How fun is that?
Yeah. Now I gave him a warning. I told him, I says, it's an awesome picture. but stay out of that damn basement, right?
Yeah. Yeah, don't go in the basement. Don't go in any basement of
You can
anything.
go you can go into anywhere you want, but do not go to that basement. Uh,
Basements are not good. They're never good.
um, so let's catch up with everybody a little bit about what's been going on with the store. Now, last time we talked, you were just coming out of the pandemic, and you were still working toward opening the restaurant and the bar.
Yeah.
So what's new since we talked last?
Well, it's now opened. Yeah,
That's right.
we opened the beginning of October, so
Oh my
officially
gosh.
open.
So you're totally full service now.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
Toys, collectibles. If you want to have a drink in the bar, you can go there. If you want to have a dinner, you can go inside the restaurant. I mean, you guys have arrived.
yeah.
How's business? How's business been?
It's been so busy. Yeah, we've been super slammed every single day.
What you know what? That's so awesome. It's so awesome to hear, and you guys so deserve it.
Thanks.
Yeah, you guys have busted your ass so hard and endured so much. Um, so
We were
now,
waiting with garage doors the whole time.
yeah, now did you have trouble getting any of the licenses or any of the equipment or anything like that?
The garage doors that are on there, because we have garage doors that open up for sidewalk seating, and then we couldn't get a fryer.
Oh, okay.
That
Did
was
you find?
it. That was the delays, like a whole year worth of delays because of those things. And then it was like they both came like within the same month. It was really odd. So
Now was that because you guys got caught up in the the supply chain? You know, like was your fire on a boat outside of Los Angeles going back
right.
and forth? Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Well, like
Uh, uh,
everything else. Yep.
Excuse me, can I hire the SS Minnow to go out so I can go out there and get my fryer?
I know, right? It was
Um,
crazy. We couldn't find a fryer. It was really weird. There was no
uh,
fryer anywhere.
Al's letting us know that he stayed the night in the basement of that house.
Oh, cool.
Wow. Yeah, but he has a superpower though. You know, he's a bat. So, I'm sure that he was able to his eyesight. He was it wasn't his losing his eyesight wouldn't have been as important as it was for you or me. Uh that's I don't know if I would actually want to go in that house. Would you?
Yeah, because I would be that curious. So yeah, I would go in.
I mean, you go in there knowing full well that you could go in there and never get out. That's what I heard anyway.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, are you a big Fulci fan?
I am. I love Fulci. Yeah, I do have a shirt amongst all my shirts. I have a Fulci shirt.
Now, for someone like a Fulci, like or Mario Brava or Argento or whatnot, are there a lot of items out there for a store like you to sell? Or is it easier for you? Is it easy for you to get collectibles of some of the older masters who are a few years back? Is it easy for that? Are companies making?
No, no, there's nothing.
Wow,
Unfortunately, yeah, there's just nothing. Unless I
wow,
just carry the movies if I can get the movies, but other than that, yeah, there's nothing.
isn't that something? Isn't that
Yep,
something?
everything is just mainstream. Freddy,
Um,
Jason, Michael, Sam, Ghostface. It's all just mainstream horror characters. That's pretty much what you can get.
I mean, if you could get some of those older collectibles, you would.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
definitely. Whatever
yeah.
I can get horror, I'll get. But there just isn't anything like that. There just isn't anything unless you just, I don't know, maybe get something custom made. Actually, I take that back. Trick or Treat Studios, I take that back because Trick or Treat Studios has the statues. They do have statues of Zombie from Fulci and House by the Cemetery. So they do
Mm.
have that, and we do carry those because I carry everything Trick or Treat Studios. But other than that, I mean, there's nothing. NECA don't make nothing. Funko don't make anything. Stuff like that.
Wow. And you gotta. I mean, what's funny is you would. It's sort of funny. I have a feeling that if they ever came to you, if ever rep came to you and said, so what's popular, what of our, what's popular, what's selling really hot right now, what's being requested, do you think they would be surprised if you told them that, yeah, so like people come in and they're asking for Fulci, they're asking for Baba, they're asking for Argento, they're asking for some of the older horror fans, Rondo Hatton, something like that. They're asking for things like that. What do you think? Do you think that stores such as yourself could have enough influence to get them to, like, yeah, maybe we got to think about that, because if it's in demand, I mean, you can make you can make a profit off of it.
Right, but everything has a license. You have to get a license for any of that. So if there's not a license for it, obviously there might be some sort of license. However, Trick or Treat Studios got to make those statues, but um, to do everything legit and legal, you got to have a license to make these products.
Right. Yeah, it's because I'm sure, because I've we see collectors all the time talk about, I'm sure you see that far more than I do. I mean, obviously, but I'm sure you get that question asked every day, all day. Do you have anything from any of the old directors, the old movies, the old masters?
Yeah,
And
Universal Monsters, that kind of stuff. Hammer Horror, I have a little bit of that kind of stuff, but not, any of the Giallo things.
no, I think you mentioned last time that Hollywood or Trick or Treat, was it Trick or Treat or Hollywood? Maybe that you were really high on their products and they were selling really, really well for you.
Oh, Trick or Treat Studios?
Yeah, how are they doing? Is it still raging? Is it still a raging? People still want those collectibles, and huge.
What, from Trick or Treat Studios? Like the
Yeah.
masks and stuff?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean everybody buys Trick or Treat Studios. I mean that's where you go and get your Myers masks. I mean that's
Right. Okay.
yeah. So yeah, Trick or Treat Studios is like the company besides like NECA's like figures, Trick or Treat Studios is masks, and they're getting into figures now.
So basically, the first thing people walk into the store, the first thing they do is, "Hi, is Kristy here? And where's the trick or treat mask?"
When you walk in, you can see the masks. There's a
Uh-huh.
whole wall of them right in front of your face.
Oh my gosh! Now, hi, Mr. Dan Ahor. Welcome, welcome. As you can tell, I see that we have Kristy come back. Uh, uh, and a lot of things have been going on differently. I know that your podcast has really taken off. I know your live streams are popping. Your live streams are really strong. How are you? How's the podcast doing?
Oh, good, good. We love doing the podcast.
Yeah, you have a real you have a real. I think people they're really happy to come in there and just listen to what you have to say. And how you talk about the store, and you answer all the questions. There's a lot of people. Do you ever get tired of answering the same questions though? I mean, every time you come on there, they always want to ask you about the same. Hey, do you have any hockey masks?
Sometimes, sometimes.
It's just like uh. So what's been going on as far as your own collection? Because you have a raging collection yourself.
I do. I have a lot of stuff.
Yes.
I about need another house.
Do you think that statement that George Carlin said applies to you? Your stuff has stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I have
Uh,
things
uh,
in closets and drawers. I mean, it's a little insane. I have a
um,
problem.
that's so much fun though. It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's a fun problem.
Um, Now, uh, uh, the restaurant. Let's talk a little bit about the restaurant, because so talk to us how long the restaurant's been open. What are you guys serving as far as the menu goes?
We've been open for a month now. We've been open the whole month of October. And our food is like Southern food and bar food. Of course, everything has like a spooky name to it or some kind of. It's funny to read all the names of everything. It kind of makes you giggle. And then like the drinks too. Everything's spooky named. You know, we have alcoholic drinks, non-alcoholic drinks, things like that. Chicken and waffles, chicken sandwiches, and appetizers. Like one of our appetizers is called the Ghoulies, and it's like a Southwest egg roll, but we call it the Ghoulies. Um, burgers, all kinds of stuff.
Now, did you yourself work on the menu, or was it a team effort, or did you hire
Oh
someone to come in there, or
yeah, honestly, our kitchen manager Corey has done everything. So it's props to him. He's done everything.
hats off to Corey?
Yeah, yeah. Corey is awesome. He's barely had any sleep.
Mm.
Um, yeah, he's been very busy.
Uh, and the bar?
It's the same thing.
Oh, one and the same. Okay, so when you opened the restaurant, you opened the bar at the same time,
Well, that's what it is. It's a restaurant bar.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you have to now? Are you able to have the general public go in it to a certain time, and then if you have minors come in, or can you serve all the way through until open to close?
Oh no, we serve all the way through.
Oh wow,
It's
that's
it's a
cool.
normal restaurant. We just have a bar with it.
Right,
Yeah.
right. That's cool.
Yeah, we're
Um,
open from 9 a.m. because we serve breakfast and brunch as well. So we're open from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Sunday through Thursday and 9 to 11 on Friday and Saturday.
um, you mentioned that how busy you are, though. So once the restaurant and the bar came operational, it just seemed to probably open the door for you guys even more so. Are you getting a lot of Las Vegas people in, or is it or tour groups coming by and bringing tour groups by the store?
No, I mean it's a whole lot of everything. There's no tour groups. We just have a huge following on social media, and then people visit Vegas and they know who we are and come visit. So it's just a lot of that, and some locals. I think it's a lot more tourists than it is locals.
Yeah, I think you're more than well on your way to becoming a landmark. Like when you go to Vegas, you see certain things. It's on the list. You're going to go to see some of the hotels and some of the attractions. I think that Nightmare Toys is definitely going to be a major attraction for a lot of people.
I think it, not to toot my own horn, but I think it kind of already is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
It's
No,
cool.
I thought about that, and I did see one of your podcasts where you were talking about the kitchen and about the bar and whatnot, and you were talking about that, and I was really really happy because I knew that was really what was holding you. It's really what you wanted for it to take off, and it's just like holy crow. Now that they got that, I mean, now everybody's gonna be talking about it. Everybody's gonna be taking pictures. Everybody's gonna do videos. I mean, it's
Oh
the word
yeah.
of mouth. It's gonna be insane.
It's
Um,
been
you
crazy
don't even have to.
already.
Yeah, you don't even have to advertise, do you? Not really.
I mean, we have our social media, we advertise on.
Right, right. But I mean, you don't have to go out like some other companies do. They have to go out there and hire an ad agency to market their store, market their product, and do
Oh yeah.
commercials or billboards. You don't have to do that.
No, we don't do that. We would like to be on a billboard and stuff. We have
Yeah.
looked into that. It's just very expensive. And then they have like up and down the strip, they have all these trucks that have like lit up billboards on them, like billboard
Right,
trucks, and all they do is just go up and down the strip all day.
right.
But it's just very expensive. it's
Yeah,
it's not cheap to advertise on these things.
and you know what? That's really funny about that, Christy, is that you would think actually it would be reversed, wouldn't it? You would think that it wouldn't be so expensive. You would think that these companies would actually come down in price because there's so many out there, and because social media plays into it as well. It's like you're asking me to pay $5,000 to put my name on your truck so you can go up and down the road.
Right.
I can go there and pop a tweet out. I could pop out a live stream. I could pop out or Instagram for pennies and get the same result.
Right.
And it's just it's sort of ass backwards these days, isn't it? As far as
Yeah.
marketing goes.
I mean, yeah, it's not cheap whatsoever to do that. Yeah, it's about 10 grand or so just to be on a billboard.
10 grand.
Yeah.
That's just like wow.
Maybe
That's just,
one day we'll have that extra money to do that, but
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 so far
I
you
really
haven't
have
needed
thought
it.
about it. I mean, it would be cool. But what we have done before is we have a Nightmare Toys van. So there's been times we just get in the van and just drive down the strip and drive back and just kind of drive up and down the strip too in the Nightmare Toys van. That's just as much advertising.
Yeah, yeah. Hell, shoot. Maybe you ought to just put a
Let me
little.
drive the strip.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe you need to put a little rack on top of the van and charge some of these other places to put their business on top of yours.
I need to hire somebody just to do that, to drive my van up and down the strip every day. Huh.
Yeah,
Because
that
we
would
used
be.
to do that, but now we just don't have the time now, but we did
Oh
used to.
gosh, no. So how many days a week are you now at the store? Are you still? I think the last time we talked, you said you were there 5 to 6 days. But
Yeah.
is it still 5 or 6 days?
No, I'm not there that much. No, I have plenty of employees and plenty of everybody to kind of take care of everything. So I just go in every few days. And, Wednesdays is my one day I gotta go in for the podcast and the live and stuff. But I just go in, check in, and then leave.
It's
There's just
sort of
not much
nice.
for me to do, but I mean, because Philip's there, Philip's running everything. Him and his brother kind of run the restaurant a little bit with, with Corey, our kitchen manager. So I'm kind of more focused on the store a little bit than the restaurant. There's four of us that own all of this, so we're all kind of
Right.
spread thin.
Right.
And then we have our other toy store where his brother's wife, she runs that store. So I kind of
Yeah, the one in Alabama.
no, no.
Do you still have that? Do you still have your property in Alabama still, or are you done with that?
We do have a store in Alabama, but it's not this though. It's something
Um,
completely different. But I don't own that. That has nothing to do with me.
oh, okay,
That's
okay.
Philip stuff.
Um, so now because Vegas being Vegas, um, did you do any conventions this summer, or did you just stay home and just run the store from there, or were you able to do a few conventions?
Yeah, we did some. We did a few in July. July was pretty busy. We had a couple then, and then let's see, when May, was Texas Frightmare. So yeah, we did a few.
Yeah, I think the last time we talked, you were getting ready for Texas Frightmare. You were getting ready for
Yeah.
that.
I think
Yeah,
that was the September one, I believe. I think.
it might have been. Yeah. Well, I think I caught you early or deeper into the summer. I think that's probably the one you probably went to though. I
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I don't think you hadn't been to it yet. You were getting ready to go. Um, uh, but how are the conventions? Are you guys noticing that everybody knows you? Isn't it weird that you when you go to a convention, it seems like more and more people know who you are and they gravitate towards you. Considering where you were when you first started compared to now. I mean, is it a little bit frightening or overwhelming to see just how big the business is growing?
It can be overwhelming. It's not frightening, but it can be a little overwhelming sometimes, yeah.
Uh, uh, so how do you guys balance the workload? Now that because you said you had a lot of employees, so you've had that's a really good thing because a lot of companies are fighting tooth and nail to get employees, but I have a feeling that probably wasn't the case for you guys. You guys probably had got I'm sure you guys were able to staff out pretty easily, because who wouldn't want to work in a store like that, right?
Yeah, we didn't have too much problem finding people to work in the store or the restaurant. So yeah, we're pretty good on the staff there. I had a best friend for a long time that I moved here and he's my manager for the store. So moved here
Um,
from Ohio.
Oh, you yeah, you moved him from well, I'm sure he's
Yeah.
grateful for that.
Yeah, he's my manager.
Yeah, wait, and he escaped from Ohio.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that Ohio is bad or anything like that,
No,
right,
but
Bone?
the weather and everything, and he wasn't happy with his job there, and neither, his wife and all that. So yeah, they're a lot happier here.
I said that about the Ohio because our good friend Mr. Bones, that's where he lives at. He lives in Ohio. Uh, uh, so I just gotta let him know I was just pulling his foot there. Um, but there's been you've had a couple of bumps too. Um, I know that Instagram, for some reason, you and Instagram are not friends.
I don't know what Instagram's problem is. They don't like it when I say things like link in bio and things like that. Subscribe because they know where it's going to, so they don't like that. So yeah, they deactivated my private account months ago.
That really sucks. That
Yeah,
really,
it does,
yeah.
but eh, honestly, I was just like, you know what? They kind of did me a favor because having that one extra social media, having the two Instagrams, having to keep up with plus Nightmare Toys Instagram, I figured out was a bit much. So in a way, they kind of just did me a favor.
Yeah, I just wish they hadn't have done it so like they did.
Yeah, it was very yeah. I don't know.
Uh, yeah,
I don't even know why.
you're
They don't give you reasons, so I don't even know why. It was just like all of a
no,
sudden.
no, and I know that sometimes you got in trouble for some of the pictures you posted on there, but I've seen far worse,
So
and nothing ever happens. I just think that their algorithm just honed in on you and stayed on you, and anything else that was worse than you, they just ignored, and
yeah.
so. Yeah, I was bummed out when you lost your account
Yeah, a lot
because
of people. I still got people asking me, "Hey, what happened to your account?" That just didn't know. So I still got people asking me and all that. But yeah, mm,
but you're still going on. Your Instagram is still popping. It's still very popular, and you're still posting some really fun pictures. You're still having fun doing that. Are you
yeah,
going to be doing a new calendar for 2023? Selling it through the
I
store or through the
don't
website?
know. I don't know. I kind of thought about doing copy books.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, I think that might be a little bit better kind of a deal because a calendar you're only going to get 12 pictures and then it's a calendar so you can only use it really, 1 year in a way. But if I do a copybook and have had one made, um that's a forever type thing and plus you get way more pictures.
That that's right. That's right. Yeah, and you can control what's in the book as
I just
well.
think it's a lot nicer a little bit too. So yeah, I know a lot of people have asked me about calendars. I've talked about the coffee book. I've showed my coffee book that I do have. Um, and I think a lot of people end up really liking the coffee book idea. So I might end up doing that at some point. It's just, gathering up the money to get them made and then figuring that all out.
Um, Mr. Bones saying as long as they don't mess with her other accounts. What other accounts
I
do you have?
know. Ah,
Are you still on that other controversial site?
yes. Yes.
Okay, you can mention it here, and
Yes. My
I'll
OnlyFans.
put a link. Huh?
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
my Twitter too. If no one can join the OnlyFans and all that stuff, I do have a Twitter. I show a little bit on there, not too much, just a little tiny bit, but more than Instagram. Um, but I do have
And
my
you still,
OnlyFans and my loyal fans though, and my OnlyFans right now is doing phenomenal, phenomenal.
yeah, I would think
I could
so.
not be even more pleased right now than my OnlyFans right now. So
Now, let
very
me ask you. Let me ask you this question, and if you don't mind me asking, I'm only going to mention this too because you're like, I don't get surprised very often, right? I don't. I'm an old fart, right? I don't get surprised very often. But you surprised me. You
okay.
caught me by surprise. One because you shared it with me, and two is because you shared it with me. Um, but you went down to Alabama,
Yeah.
and you went down there and he says, I went to Alabama, in your vacation. and you visited an old workplace, and
Oh
you
yeah.
said yes, and I was like, and you said, yeah, I worked the shift, and I was like, that's amazing. One, because you made a hell of a lot of money. And two, I'm just thinking, going like, yeah, but she's a public figure now. Now she's a public figure. I mean, is something like this? Is she going to be able to do something like this going in the future? And you are becoming more of a public figure. Is doing something like OnlyFans? Do you think it will hurt or the store, help the store's image? I mean, is that sort of notoriety? That's something that do you think that it will benefit the store, or
In a way, I mean, so my thought process is I'm not trying to benefit this store. I'm trying to just it's just for myself kind of a thing. But I
yeah,
know people kind of connected to and like, oh, you're doing it to do, to do whatever with the store. Um, when I first started OnlyFans, it was like a huge problem. I think now I've had OnlyFans for 2 years now. So, or wait, yeah, 2 years now. I've had OnlyFans. So it's all died down now. I think anybody who had a problem with it and made it an issue is now gone. So,
right,
and I don't think it's any kind of issue for. And then there's just a ton more people that could care freaking less. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
One way or the
I
other.
mean, you're not doing anything. I mean, the only thing you're doing on OnlyFans is just showing a little bit more. You're just showing yourself a little bit more. You're not doing anything at all risque, or like some of the other hardcore performers. Some of the people do. I mean, you're just out there having fun, and they're pretty. The pictures are honestly in today's age, they're pretty innocent, and the way you frame your pictures are really classy, and like you said, you're doing it for yourself. You stated that from the very beginning. You do the pictures for yourself, and anybody else be damned. And I respect that tremendously, because you know what, like you said, you're proud of your work, you're proud of how you look, and get out there and get out there and do it. It's just that with a business, though, it's like, the public's eye, it's just not that, it isn't that open minded.
Right.
A lot of
Oh,
people are not.
I have had my fair share of all kinds of issues and problems, and I still get trolls all the time wanting to just say stupid crap on the business page. But I think it's thinned out at this point though than what it was when I first started OnlyFans.
Sure,
People had
sure.
a problem with it, but I don't think too many people do now. I mean, oh well.
Yeah, that's right. Oh well.
I mean,
Uh,
I'm sure, it probably got some people to probably buy something from the store or whatever, but
and
that's
then
not what my intentions are. I don't make money from Nightmare Toys. I don't get a paycheck. I don't get any.
not yet.
No, but I don't know. I just don't. So that's how I make my money is OnlyFans.
Right. Yeah. How long? It's going to take. What do you think? About a full year, calendar year, with the restaurant and I mean the restaurant and the bar being open. You think it'll take about a calendar year for it to start showing a profit? Because you still got to pay for your liquor license, and I know those are not cheap.
Yeah, we did all that. We
Did
paid for the
you? Did
liquor
you?
license. Yeah,
Yeah. It did. Yeah. I mean, you could pay for the license, but you got to recoup what you paid out. I know
right.
that takes a long time.
Yeah.
Uh, So I mean, it isn't this people. I don't think no. I don't think people understand that. Well, I'm sure some people do, obviously, but it's like you sit there and say, yeah, I'm making money, but I paid $30,000 for a liquor license. You have to get that $30,000 back through the bar before you can sit there and say, yeah, I made money off the bar.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so
Exactly.
it's going to take a while for the store's doing really well and it'll really, it's popping, but you still were operating during the pandemic and whatnot. You're still operating without realizing your full money potential. And so now that you guys are up and running and things are booming, I think it'll be easier to pay yourself back. So hopefully by this time next year, you will get paid. I think
Yeah.
you will. I don't think it's going to take a year. I don't think so. I don't think so. I
I've
know.
been
I
going
know. I
to
know Vegas.
Nightmare Toys for 5 years now, and I've never made a penny from Nightmare Toys. We just the money just keeps going back into Nightmare Toys.
Right. But it'll happen. Especially, I mean, when you guys decided to do the bar and the restaurant, I mean, that really was the most ingenious idea. It's like, yeah, we got to do that. It really is smart. I know food, because food, you make a lot of money off of food. You do.
Make a lot of money off of liquor too, especially in downtown Vegas. Especially
Uh,
in
uh,
Vegas, because drinks and stuff, no matter where you go in Vegas, is not cheap.
no,
I mean, you're up
no.
there like $15 for a drink, most
Can you
places. Not
believe that?
not at our place, but on most places, yes, you will be.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's insane.
Isn't that crazy that
But you're
drinks
in
are costing
Vegas,
that
so
kind of
you
money
kind of
now?
can get away with it. But if you had those types of prices that we have here in Vegas, if we had them like where I was from in Alabama, it wouldn't work.
It would or would not. It would or would not work.
It wouldn't work.
No,
No.
no, no, no,
No.
no. I mean, you go up to somebody, sit there and say $15. I can take $15 and buy myself 3 bottles of moonshine.
Right.
Um, Tim's talkies. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
Oh, hello,
Who we're
Tim. How
talking
are
to?
you? Tim
Uh,
talks talkies. Man, that's a tongue twister.
and our friend Mayhem is here. She's from Ontario, Canada.
Hey, how are you?
Uh, uh, and of course the mighty Ice Lord Wes is here. That's hopefully he's feeling better. Oh, and Phil Walter Jonesing for movies. Hey, come on in, Walter. Glad you are here. A new friend of the
Hey, how are
channel.
you, Walter? Hello, Phil.
Uh, um, Walter is a huge ISC Midnight fan. So that of course I had to go talk to I had to bring him into the fold.
Yeah.
Hey David, hi Hobbs. Hopefully you're feeling better, Hobbs. Coast to coast in the house. Yep, yep. A lot of people in the house tonight. Appreciate you guys coming out. As you know, we are talking to the lovely Kristy Adams from Nightmare Toys, based in Las Vegas. And no, she has not found me a Black Phillip Funko Pop yet. So, so she will be on again sometime next year.
And we're gonna see if we found that black Funko Pop
That's
by
it.
then.
That's it. Obviously,
Oh, yay. David got married.
I was actually looking at the website, and it cracked me up because I'm looking at here. I'm like, oh, let's see what they got. Let's see what they got. And of course, I rolled over to the action figures, and who's staring back at me for action figures? Our good friend Art the Clown. Uh,
Oh, I was like, I don't know. Who is it?
yeah, Art the Clown. Now, is he like the white hot collectible now, right now, going on in the store? Does everybody
Yeah.
want Art the Clown?
Yeah, but there isn't anything in stock right now. But yeah.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That much, did you think Terrifier 2 was gonna blow up the way it did? Did you have any idea? Was there anybody coming in and because I think you guys get an idea. I mean, because I think you and I talked about this last time. Where do you have networks with other stores to see how they're selling, what they're selling, how well they're doing? Or people coming inside the store asking for figures from a certain character. Did you have any idea that Terrifier 2 was going to blow up the way it did?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I haven't watched it yet, but yeah, I'm. I had no doubt.
And the way the Halloween ends just tanked.
Ugh,
Yeah.
I'm
Did it
so
did it
over it.
affect did it affect sales? Did people quit buying stuff for Halloween after the movie came out?
No.
They still bought it.
Yep. Although this
Wow.
is the thing, this is the difference, though. This is the difference. People still want to buy Michael Myers, but they really haven't bought. They bought the ends mask, but no one's really bought too much of like the knife or the coveralls. Um, like when 2018 came out and all of the stuff came out for that. I mean, it was like freaking hotcakes. We just couldn't keep it. It was crazy. And then Kills, and then it kind of became a little less. And now Ends, it's become even lesser of buying like those particular products. But people buying Michael Myers Halloween products, that doesn't stop.
Um,
They love Michael
and,
Myers.
and of course, Art the Clown just blew up.
And Art the Clown just now blew up. So now all of a sudden, when we don't have Art the Clown stuff in stock, now that's when everybody wants it. Whenever we did have it in stock, it was like hard to get rid of. It's just really it's crazy.
Um,
It's funny
Mr.
how when
Bones,
a movie comes out and what can happen.
Mr. Bones is asking a question. Actually, that's actually a really good question, Bones, because you can get personalized Funko Pops made. But
Oh,
he asked if there's a Nightmare Christie pop.
no.
Have you guys considered getting your a pop of the four owners, a person or a pop of the store? Have you guys considered that?
No, that's too much money. They want a
Oh,
lot of money
still,
for that.
still,
Yeah,
wow.
because you have to order like 50,000 cases and stuff. We don't need
Did they
50,000.
really? Are they still trying to jack you for that?
Yeah, that's how Funko is.
Wow, I thought they said that they do personalized pops,
They do.
but 50,000 units.
But yeah, I mean if you want like your own exclusive type Funko Pop, you know how Hot
Right.
Topic has like exclusives and stuff like that, then yeah.
Why not just let you order, say, 200 per month for a year? Because you know you blow that
It's
out.
not worth their while to make that because they're not making crap because that's not enough money to make
Ah,
money off of.
that's just
That's not
that's
how it
ridiculous.
works.
Yeah, isn't that ridiculous? You would
None
think
of
that
these I'm
they
gonna go
would
ahead
make a
and put it out there. Let me put it out there right now. None of these companies work how all y'all think they do. They don't. No.
no,
No.
no. It's
Especially
all about the massive quantity.
especially NECA.
Uh, what company is easy? What company is more small business friendly? I mean, which one's easier to deal with?
Trick or Treat Studios.
I think you had that in the back of your head, ready to tell me.
Because
Um,
yeah,
yeah,
that's my
you were
only
really
answer.
high on them last time.
That's my only answer. There I mean everybody else is just ugh,
Uh,
like
see, Hobbs is sitting there going, Christy, make your own wheel, buy them.
yeah,
That would be interesting. Uh, let's see.
I'm not trying to
Walter
start.
Walter Jones is asking, how hard was your brick and mortar store to start? And was the process complex in the state of Nevada? So yeah, those are questions that yeah, let's talk a little bit about that. I'm sure I probably already asked you those, but we have new people in the chat, so maybe we can answer them again. But yeah, how hard was it for you guys to get the store up and running?
But
Did
here or
yeah,
Alabama.
yeah, you were in
We
Alabama
started
for
so okay, so we started in Alabama. It's not hard to open a business too much in Alabama as it is in Las Vegas because it's Las Vegas. So in Las Vegas, you have to do all this other stuff that you don't have to do in Alabama. It's not that hard. The main thing is just having to have the money to do it. You know, you got to have the
right.
money to do all this because you have to have money to get a spot and get your licenses. And then you got to have money to buy, enough inventory in for your store to open it. So it just basically has to do with money. Um, Here, it was a little harder because everything's just way more expensive here and you have to do much more processes and steps to own a business in Las Vegas than you do in Alabama. So it was a little harder, but it wasn't that. I mean, again, Philip is a business guy. He knows what he's doing. He's owned several businesses, so we kind of had that under our belt already. So he knew what to do and we got it done.
Yeah. David asked a question that he missed your live stream yesterday. He wants to know about the restaurant, and the answer is yes. The restaurant is open now.
Yeah, we've been open for a month. We've been open all month of October. You got to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. I think we got our Twitter and our TikTok going to Nightmare Cafe LV.
Um, Now, did you dress up for Halloween? Because I know you guys were open. Did you dress up for Halloween? And did you work on Thursday on Halloween day?
You didn't see my post, did you?
Uh, I did see I did see the post of you as Dorothy, which is actually
No,
very enchanting, by the
that's
way.
not the post.
Um,
My Halloween
but yeah,
costume.
that's the post. That's the post. I was like, that is like the cutest Dorothy ever.
Thank you. It's my pinup photos. No, Saturday we had our Halloween party at the store, so I dressed up for that. I showed the costume. I posted a couple of photos. I had the I don't know what I don't even know. The costume was called Princess of Darkness, but whatever you want to call me. But I did post those. But then that was Saturday. Monday I didn't dress up because I dressed up on Saturday and I didn't really feel like dressing up on Monday. So I did post a picture on Monday though on my Instagram as well of what I was wearing though when I did uh, go to the store and the restaurant on Monday. But I didn't dress up.
See, David's mentioning Dorothy. Yep, she's just like Dorothy and Elvira.
I've
Uh,
done Elvira years ago. I've done Elvira. Yeah.
now, do you have haunts in Las Vegas? Have you like worked with any haunts? Like done any co-presentations? In conjunction with a haunted house or whatnot, or like a little attraction. Have you tied your name to any of those yet?
No. There are some haunts, yes. I haven't really like tied my name to any of that. I mean, people come in and bring their flyers and they can put their flyers out in my store for their haunts and stuff.
Good
But
for you for doing that.
oh yeah, anybody can come bring their business cards or
You know
flyers.
what? Not every business is welcoming for that. You'd be surprised how many businesses will not do that.
Oh,
So, and
not at all.
yeah,
I have a little area for it. We have our little area for our own business cards, so I have, other people can put stuff right there.
good for you. Small gestures like that is what ensures goodwill. About the business. I mean, people come in there and they come in there and they're able to do that, and you're welcoming them to do that. They really do appreciate it, and trust me on that. And they don't forget. They don't forget kindnesses like that, and that's very cool. That's very cool.
It's a good way
Uh,
for like the tourists are coming in and they don't know what's going on in Vegas, and then they see, and I that's what I see is a lot of them picking up the flyers and like, oh, okay, well here's a haunt. Maybe we can do this tonight. So,
right. See, Walter is mentioning, when will you be able to discuss the horror film you recently worked on?
oh, I'm
Uh,
not
is it,
sure yet.
uh, do you have a movie database page, Kristy?
Uh,
Okay, damn, I can't. Okay, you got to get one
I
because if the movie's listed, then you can talk about it.
right. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So, Valentine's Bluff that will be coming out on Valentine's Day. So that one's coming out then, and then this new one, the writer director that lives here. Everybody, most people know who he is. I just can't say yet. I just don't want to say yet because he asked all of us not to post anything or really talk about it right
Yep,
yet.
that's fine. You don't
Um,
want to know. Yep.
but yeah, but I can say this because I mentioned it yesterday on my live anyway. Um, Ginger Lynn and Katie Morgan are in the movie too. It's not a
Ginger,
porn
Ginger.
movie. I did say that. It's not porn. It's a horror movie.
Are you talking about Ginger Lynn Allen?
Yeah, the porn star,
Oh
Ginger Lynn and
wow.
Katie Morgan. She's a porn star too.
Katie Morgan. Oh, I remember Katie Morgan. Oh, she's okay. Okay.
Yeah, so they're in the
I I,
movie.
re- I saw her in a documentary like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And Ginger Lynn Allen. God, I haven't heard that name in 20 years either.
Well, they've been doing Ginger has done a lot of horror movies, in the past and in the present. I think we're actually going to be having her do a signing at Nightmare Toys on the 26th of this month, to be honest with
That is
you.
awesome.
Yeah, she's promoting. I can't remember what the movie is, but she's promoting a new horror movie. And then there's another actress. I believe they had the agent had mentioned it, but there's another actress, I can't remember what her name is. She was in Toolbox Murders, the original Toolbox Murders.
Oh,
She will
Kelly
probably
Nichols.
be joining her, so it'll be both of them doing a
Or maybe
thing.
maybe Kelly Nichols.
I can't no, it wasn't that. I can't remember. I Philip was emailing back and forth with the person, so I can't remember who the other. I just know that the girl was in Toolbox Murders,
Yeah, I know that.
the original one.
I remember Kelly Nichols did the Toolbox Murders.
Yeah,
She was
there's a couple girls, but I don't
yeah.
know. I don't recall that name. I can't remember. But so we're gonna have Ginger on the 26th,
Wow,
and and she was in Devil's Rejects and stuff too. So
that's right. Yeah, she's done a fair share of mainstream movies.
yeah, oh yeah,
She did
definitely,
She did the Vice Academy movies.
yeah. Oh, and
Yep.
some other stuff. Ooh, knocking stuff over, and some other things. Yeah, she's done a lot of
Yeah, she's done other things too. We're not going to talk about those other things
Oh
on here.
no, but other horror movies.
Right, right. Okay, yeah. Because Ginger Lynn was one of the princesses of the '80s adult film world.
Right.
Yes. Yes. Uh, hi, hi, Waffles. How are you? Glad you're here. Glad you're here. So yeah, do a signing with her. That'll be a lot of fun. Now,
Yeah.
what's your role in the movies? Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, I shouldn't ask that. I mean, are you you're in front of the camera though, right? Are you producing it or are you in front of the camera?
Oh no, I'm acting.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
David wants to know any inside scoops on the new Mesco MDS figures.
That's so funny you say that because we were just talking about Mezco yesterday at the store. They haven't said anything. They haven't put out anything. They drive me crazy because they only put out something one time and then they won't put it back out for another 2, 3 years. And they're so slow. Like we haven't got anything from Mezco in like forever. Um,
Must
we
be
had
owned by Severin.
we had gotten these large Pennywises from Mezco a few months back, and they're supposed to have sound, and none of them worked. So we sent them all back, and it was like Mezco was like, "Oh, okay, guess we're not going to sell that product," because they told us that they had issues with from other people saying that none of theirs worked. So then they figured out that none of them worked. They were all defective. So they, I don't know what Mezco did, but we haven't heard anything ever back again. It's just like, oh, okay, I guess we're just gonna let that go.
Well, they did give you back your money, didn't they?
Yes, but what I'm
Okay.
saying is like, we haven't heard anything else about them like redoing the product or anything. Haven't
So
heard any.
you don't even know if they're still in business then.
Well, of course they're in business, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, I mean, no, they're in business. They just take forever.
Wow.
They've only
Is that a U.S. based company?
yeah,
Oh,
yep,
wow.
yep.
Wow. See, Phil. Yes, I agree with Wes. We loved your Rawhead Rex shirt.
Oh, thanks. That's some from Graveyard Classics.
Now, did Rawhead Rex get a Funko Pop?
No.
Oh man, see, look at that. How could you not do? Isn't that terrible? Is there any figures for Rawhead Rex?
There no. No. I've seen somebody have a mask, but it was custom.
What's the hottest thing going for Nightmare Toys right now? What's the one? What's everybody want? I mean, besides Art the Clown, which I totally understand.
Myers masks.
Uh, uh,
Anything Chucky because, the Chucky season is going
right,
on.
right, yeah, yeah. Um,
Anything Ghostface.
probably Jason as well. Now that they have announced the prequel show, I suspect
That'll
you'll
yeah,
probably.
I'm sure I'll see a spike and everybody asking for Jason stuff here soon. Right now it's more Chucky, Michael, and Ghostface.
Uh, how's the physical media go? Like movies are they still selling for you guys? People come in and buy collectible movies or
Yeah.
from the website or in the store?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh
good.
yeah.
That's
Oh
good.
yeah.
That's see. Yeah, that is a bummer, isn't it, David? Agreed. Agreed. Um, So, what are you guys going to be doing for Christmas season? Well, you already told me about the signing. That'll be very cool. What else does Nightmare Toys having up their sleeve as far as the holiday season? You got any big sales coming up? Any special exclusive products you'll be get to sell?
Um, we will have tons of sales. I'm sure, Black Friday sales, and we'll have some sales going on in December. We haven't like really figured it all out yet, but I'm sure I'll do a giveaway like I did a Halloween giveaway. We do have a Christmas party we'll have on the 17th. Will be our Christmas party. Um, that's really about it right now, really.
What did you give away? Please don't say you
What?
gave away. You didn't give away Philip, did you?
No.
You would have to see a grown man cry if he did. But yeah, I gave away Philip. You still got yours, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
checking.
Yeah.
Um,
I see
uh,
Phil said that Migo's doing Creep Show Father's Day preview. Yes, I seen that. Isn't that awesome? I'm so excited about that. Thank God we have a Migo account. But this is the funny thing about Migos, though. Like, they don't really sell that much. It has to be a really cool figure. Like, I'm sure this Creep Show one will sell. But, like, the Hammer Horror ones and some of the Universal Monster ones and stuff, they just don't sell. It's really weird.
what drives it? What drives a company to do really well as far as collectibles? Is it like you said about that one company that that's not doing not communicating? Doesn't that hurt their business? How can they stay? How can they stay? How can they still get their product inside stores if they're not communicating very well? I mean, if they
Well,
called you
because
back,
what Mezco does all kinds of stuff. They don't just do horror.
okay,
So what just happened?
you're still here.
I can't see you. Oh no, what happened?
Oh, nope, I'm still here.
Hold on.
Okay. Hi,
Okay,
Betty.
my phone was ringing and it
Oh, knocks down your sound, right?
no, it like made you disappear.
Oh,
I don't know. That was weird.
nothing up my sleeve. Who?
That was just weird. Like, okay.
Nothing in the hat. Uh, yeah. So I mean, a company like that, even though they have their fingers in everything, I would just think it's just be bad business to just to go ahead and not really follow up or not really I would be reluctant to go ahead and work with them because you'd be nervous. Like I'm filling up
Most
shelf
of
space
these
with a product that may not they might not be working, and two, I might not be able to communicate with the company.
I really can't answer for these big companies. They
Yeah.
just, like Mezco, they take 2 to 3 years to pop something out.
Gee.
NECA can take forever. Like we know with these Chucky dolls, it's been almost 4 years with these Chucky dolls. They keep claiming that they're gonna come out with. I mean, it's just
It's hard to
how they
take.
operate.
I would think as a business, like if I was running a business like yours, I would just be taking anything they said with a grain of salt by now. It's like, yeah, whatever, you whatever. If it gets
But
here,
they
I'll
don't
believe it
like
when I
small
see it.
businesses. I'll go ahead and I'll be the small business to say it out loud. They don't like small businesses. They will cater to Walmart and Target before they will any small businesses,
Yeah,
especially
and,
NECA.
yeah, that's such bullshit too.
Yes, it's
Because
major
you
bullshit.
actually care about their product, you will actually take their product and you'll market it. Whereas Walmart and Target, if they have a shelf on the back wall, they just throw it up there without there's no presentation, there's no knowledge, there's
They
no
have money though.
none of that.
They have money though. Target and Walmart have millions and millions and billions of dollars, so they will
Uh,
everybody will cater to them.
we got a couple of questions from David. I'll do the first one too. Feel free to drop questions too, everybody. By all means, keep dropping them questions, and we'll just share them with Kristy as they
Oh yeah,
come up.
looking at the Halloween tree went to the school, but the pumpkin was unavailable. Yeah, we do restocks on those as much as we can. As long as Trick or Treat Studios has it in stock. That's the other problem. sometimes, you know, we're waiting for stuff to get in stock from the company that we get the stuff from too, you know, and that can take a while. So yeah, we'll just I just have to see if Trick or Treat has it in stock. I know we just made a huge order with Trick or Treat Studios, so I don't know if that was on the order or not, but yeah.
Now, while we're entering Christmas right here, everybody thinks that it's entering Christmas, but your Christmas season, when does Christmas season start actually for you? Is it July, August that you start thinking about what you're going to be doing for November, December
For me personally or for the store?
for the store?
Oh, no, we're very last minute people. I'm just now thinking about it. I have to think about Halloween first.
Yeah, isn't that something? Man,
Extreme.
it's almost gotten to almost some. If you didn't know any better, you would think that they're trying to bypass Halloween. It's like you'll see things come out, and all of a sudden they're throwing out Thanksgiving, they're throwing out Christmas, and it's like, well, what about Halloween? Halloween's important. It's like it's an important holiday. Get out! Don't swallow it. Just don't bury it.
Well, what
Um,
happened was is like this year I noticed everybody started putting Halloween out towards the end of August. And so actually Halloween and October stuff was all the whole month of September instead of October. And then it was like mid-October, all these stores were
gone.
putting out Christmas stuff.
Yeah, yeah. That wasn't even Halloween hadn't even ended, hadn't even
Right.
come yet, and they're already doing clearances for Halloween. I saw that. I saw a lot of people put out videos on that. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Um. Let's see. Do they keep using the COVID excuse? Yeah. Are companies doing that too? They're just using the supply chain
Not so much
excuse.
now. Things have gotten it's all this is very hard to explain to people that don't have a business. I'm sorry.
Mm.
So I think shipping has kind of gotten better now with COVID, but the problem with like products and things from these companies, I mean, it's just how things are. Like it just takes these companies that long to produce things and get them out. Um I mean, straight up, like NECA just don't like small businesses. Just straight up. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. They ticked me off too much. My 40 and 50 grand don't matter, you know? And they
Right.
pull our
Yeah.
money and then don't give us our product for 2-3 months. It's ridiculous. That's what happened to us last year with all that. It was a mess. Um, so
But
yeah,
hopefully that won't be this way.
but
Hopefully, like you
companies
said,
don't
go
companies
ahead.
don't put out products like toilet paper. You know what I'm saying? But everybody seems to think that they do. But it's not like that.
Right.
There's waves. A company will make a product and they may not make that particular product until like again like another year later or 2 years later. It's just how it is.
Uh, I guess it's the demand. Everybody wants. Everybody's the demand and the supply. I mean,
I
it's
wish
rough.
I could get this stuff like this, but you can't.
No,
It doesn't work that way.
no, no. Um, let's see. See, I don't think it's necessarily supply chain issues. The COVID excuses I hear most commonly is staffing. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Wow. Yeah, I can see that. What are you looking forward to this Christmas? Is there anything that you're looking for that's coming out that you want for your own collection?
There's been some shirts and some stuff from Shout Factory that I like to have that I haven't purchased. I'm trying not to purchase, so people actually have something to buy for me. My
Uh-huh.
family gets really mad because I just buy whenever I see something, I just buy it that I want, and then when it comes to birthdays and Christmases, it's like you have everything. Like, what are we supposed to buy you? Stop buying stuff.
What do you usually buy from Shout Factory?
Oh, every dang thing that they come out with, it seems like every set they come out with of whatever it is, whatever movie it is, and they come out with enamel pins and posters and all that stuff. I'm always buying all those.
So that means you must get a. Can I say it, guys? Can I at least ask her? I can at least ask her, right? I can ask her. I can ask. I'm going to ask her. So,
Okay.
like, do you get a lot of do you buy a lot of ISE midnight movies for your collection?
Do I have some? I'm
Yeah,
sure
because
I've got some.
yeah, they're from Screen Factory.
Yeah, I'm sure I've got some.
You're an angel.
You know I do. Somewhere
Uh,
in my messy closet.
uh, so what movies have you been watching this? What movies have you been watching that that have really have really interested you and your staff that you guys are talking about? What movies have you liked this year that stood out?
Oh, I don't, it's hard to answer that. For me personally, I liked Black Phone. I just recently watched Barbarian finally. That was pretty good. Studio 666. I just recently watched that cuz it took me forever to watch that. That was pretty good. Um Me and my staff, we're all very different on what we watch. So, I don't know.
Do you play a movie in the store? Do you play a movie overhead for people to walk in and
Yeah.
they go there and they see a movie playing that generates questions? I know some people play music, but do you play horror movies in the store?
Yeah, we have 4 TVs. Yeah, got 4 TVs playing horror movies and 11 in the restaurant.
Oh, nice, nice. That's fun. Let's see. David's saying, I'm sure she does. Autopsy of Jane Doe, The Wretched, are two
Oh
ISC
yeah,
movies.
Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Oh,
Trying to think of what's
and
on
you
my
watched The
next
Wretched
list.
too?
I don't have The Wretched, but I do I have watched that though. That's pretty good.
You got to get The Wretched. The Wretched's great.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
good.
Hunter. Yeah. Um, yeah. How's Vegas? How are the businesses around you in Vegas? How are they? How do you guys communicate? I mean, did they come by? You see any other businesses come by your store, and have people come to you and asked you, like, how did you get your start? Like they're considering doing something like that, maybe in their own town. Do they ever contact you and say, "Hey, we're thinking about doing something like this," and say, Nebraska or Iowa or anything like that? Do you get people calling you for advice and tips?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I get people that message me every so often. Yeah, that ask me for advice. My only
Um,
advice is what I can my one advice is what I can give everybody is you have to be consistent and you have to use social media. If you are not a social media person, you're not going to succeed.
ain't that the truth?
You
Yeah.
have to be a social media person. You have to do it every single day, all day long. Um I think one thing that with me that is a little different from other businesses because I've just seen other people say things. Um I actually answer messages.
Yes, you do.
Apparently, other
Yes, you do.
businesses, and I'm talking about business. I'm not talking about just personal. And personally, I answer all my messages too anyway. But business wise, I seem to be like the one business that actually answers messages because I see a lot of people complain on other businesses stuff that they never answer messages or answer anything or whatever.
No, that's actually very common. Man, you're not kidding. It's very
Realize
common. Yeah.
how
Trying to
much.
get somebody on the phone. I mean, a lot of the folks in the chat, they buy a lot of stuff from boutique labels and stuff like that. And and a lot of times, like, I don't know if Waffles is still here, but Waffles actually he ordered some stacks from Screen Factory of all places. And it took them 4 months for them to send him his product. It
Yeah,
was
that's
like, it was almost like, in fact, it was so long that he got one package, he got one product, he had some movies, and he forgot he had ordered other movies until they came the next day. He said, I got these movies, I don't even remember getting these. That's how long it had taken for them to get there.
yeah.
That's just absolutely crazy.
A lot, and
Um,
apparently a lot of companies and a lot of think yeah are like that. It's really crazy to us because I mean I have someone that answers my emails every day. Like that's what he does. He answers the emails and he does the shipping and people call the store every day, all day long, and my manager, my employees answer the phone, and yeah, and I do the social media, and Philip does some of the social media, and it's really crazy to me how many companies don't answer people.
Um, has the doing the lives on YouTube and your podcast has it raised? I've noticed that it's been growing for you every time I pop in there. It seems like more and more people are there. Um, has that taken you a little bit by surprise to see the growth of on social media? By doing a podcast or because like you said, other people just aren't doing this. They're not following your plan. Your business plan is really solid, and does it sort of surprise you when you do this and you look around other companies and you don't see them doing it, or are you sort of thankful that they're not doing it? Because
Both.
yeah,
Both.
uh, let's see. David saying still waiting on the phone call for the sister store in Lexington. That's right. You're supposed to be opening up a new store in Kentucky. Uh, that's
Oh,
right. That's right. That's right. We every time you come visit, we've been talking about that store opening up.
yeah.
David says he ordered nearly 10 movies as part of the Shocktober sale from Shop Factory, and still no shipping notification. Yeah, that's just got to be maddening.
I got one up on y'all. I'm about to cuss out Hot Topic.
You're about to what?
Cuss out Hot Topic.
Ooh,
They're about to get cussed out because so what was it like way back earlier in the year? Funko had put out all these blacklight Funko Pops, and a lot of them were exclusive to all these different places. And I ordered all of them, for myself, and I ordered extra too to sell at conventions. So anyway, I ordered the blacklight Funko Pops that were exclusive to Hot Topic, which was a Chucky and Tiffany 2-pack. I have now recently in the past month have seen people get them, go purchase them at the stores, all kinds of stuff. I have yet to get anything on mine. So a week and a half ago, which I'm going to have to call a Hot Topic tomorrow, a week and a half ago, I call them and I get this person saying, "Oh yeah, they are in stock." Yeah, no shit, they're in stock. I'm seeing people post it. So don't try to tell me they're not in stock. And okay, well, I'm gonna whatever he was saying he was doing. He said, "Well, you should. They're gonna ship one out. I got an order to put yours in. Ahead of or whatever he said. I can't remember what he said. He said all this stuff was gonna happen. Well, nothing's happened. I've gotten no emails. I've gotten nothing.
yeah. Isn't that always the way?
And
Isn't
I'm
that
like, I
isn't
just
that
called, and this person said that he was going to take care of it and all this stuff. Well, nothing's happened yet, so they're going to
now?
have to.
Was this a private purchase, or was this something, or was this an order for the store?
Oh no, this was for me.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, because doesn't it make you appreciate too, Christy, when you find yourself jumping through hoops, and doesn't it make you proud to know that you don't do that to your own customers? If a
Yes,
customer
and
has and you go
yeah,
like, this is how I'm taking care of my customers. I'm not doing this to these people.
right,
I don't want to be treated like that. So I damn well am not going to be treat my customers like
right.
that.
But
And
the
I think
funny
that has a
thing
lot
is,
to do with I think it has a lot to do with Nightmare Toys rising in popularity.
we can do. But the funny thing is there are just some customers you will never ever please,
Yeah,
ever. So we can do everything we're supposed to be doing and do it completely right and do it within a time frame and all that, but yet people will still bitch about something. And it's like, okay, well, go order from Hot Topic then, or go order from, Shout Factory and see how long
yeah,
it's going to take you to get the
yeah.
stuff there.
Order
You know
from
what I'm
Severin.
saying? So there
Uh,
are some people you're just never going to please, no matter what you do.
David says, in all seriousness, are you still contemplating opening a store in Salem, Massachusetts?
I have no idea. We haven't really talked about it too much more now that the restaurant's open. We're so busy with that. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I think that's probably something you'll probably revisit in a year or so.
Yeah, it's a time will tell as I'm reading
Yeah.
his other thing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Time will tell. We'll just see. how things are going in Vegas. I mean, things are going great, but I don't
Yeah.
know. We're not young. We're all getting a lot older, and it's getting about to be the time where I just want to sit down.
So what have you what has changed in your life as far as as far as relaxing goes? What do you do for fun now? Have you got any new hobbies? Have you read any new books? Have you discovered any new restaurants or galleries? Or what have you done for fun for yourself?
Nothing.
That you can't do that.
I'm
You
so
gotta have
bored.
do
Literally,
you,
all I ever really want to do is just relax at home when I do have a minute, and I just watch horror movies. I literally, it's all I do is watch horror movies.
uh, uh, um,
Like
so
literally.
wow. Yeah. Well, that's hey, that's what you do. That's what you do, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
if I do
I
have
could.
free time, I don't mind going to a casino for a little while, and maybe putting a couple 20s in a slot machine and having a drink, and then, and that's about it. I like doing that kind of a thing every now and
Sure,
then. Um,
sure.
but yeah,
And
I don't really do a whole lot. I know I'm so
um,
boring.
so when will the first? I only have a couple more questions for you. When will be the first big sale for the Christmas season? What can we expect? We expect it to drop, and will it be exclusive to the website, or people order through the website for the sale, or will it be in house only, in store only?
Um, no, it'll be any kind of sales we do is usually in store and online. It's both.
Okay.
And it'll be the Black Friday. That'll be our next sale, Black Friday
Mhm.
sales.
What day will Friday be for you?
It'll be the whole weekend, I'm sure. I'm sure because you got Cyber Monday after that too, so it'll be like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's
So
usually
nothing, no pre Black Friday sale between now and the 25th.
no, no, because we just had a whole bunch of sales in October. So
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of yeah. I guess the companies would do that. And I saw the Shocktober one. I saw Vinegar Syndrome had a sale. I know this month that Criterion is doing their 50% off sale. Um, let's see.
They
David
should be
says here, yeah, he's perfectly content staying at home too. Yeah,
I'm with you, David.
mm, I am too. I rarely venture out. If I truly don't have to go anywhere, I really don't go anywhere.
Yeah, I'm always down there at work and stuff, and I don't know, I just don't ever, I don't know, I don't go to too many places. I don't go to do too much.
I get it. I get it. Uh, Gosh, last round for questions for Kristy. If you guys have a couple more questions, we'll get those in before we say goodnight. I can't thank you enough for coming out and hanging out with us again, Kristy. You're our first guest
Yay.
that's been on the show for 3 times.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, always entertaining as hell, and it's been so much fun following you and the store. It's been they can go back and watch the first interview and then the second one, and everything has just gotten better and better and
Yeah.
better. And it's
Yeah.
just, yeah. When we have her come back next year, maybe just maybe, maybe that's when they'll announce the news that you're going to
Yeah.
Massachusetts.
Yeah. Maybe I'll be in Kentucky. You never know.
Oh my gosh! Oh god! Well, David would have to come out of his house then. He,
Did y'all go to
yeah,
Scarefest? Scarefest
huh?
happened not too long ago.
Oh, actually, he did get out of the house. He did go to a convention. He went to a convention, and then Halloween he dressed up like Art.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
Kristy, he makes an awesome art.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
Scarefest was not too. It was a few weeks ago.
right. You got any conventions are going to, or is the season over for right now?
Yeah, no conventions until, let's see. There's a Halloween expo that will be here in Vegas in January. Um, and then I think in February is a Creepy Con. And what else is in February? Something else. Oh, Days of the Dead here in Vegas.
Wow. Okay.
It
That'll
was
be big.
actually in February.
That'll be big.
Yeah.
Let's see. We certainly have missed you at Scarefest.
I
Uh,
love Scarefest. That was such a good one.
yeah, that would be fun. I haven't been to a convention and I dare say I don't think I've been to a convention since me and my buddy Farm went about 14 years ago.
I
So
love conventions. They're just so
conventions
much
are
fun.
fun. They're
Yeah.
fun.
I like to see
As long as
everybody.
they're not trying, as long as they're not trying to jack you for arm and a leg, you know.
Right.
Uh, Listen, I want to thank the chat for coming out and hanging out with us. It's been a really fun week this week here on the channel. And I can't thank you guys enough. We had an American Werewolf in New Jersey on yesterday, and we had John Grande from Grande's Graveyard on Monday. You guys really rocked it out. Or Tuesday, we really rocked it out for that. And now, thank you guys for coming up and helping me support Kristy here.
Thank
And
you.
I can't wait to see how well you do for this holiday season. Um, and it'll be exciting to talk to you again to see what progress is going on. And
Yes, sir.
always the best for you. We'll
Thank
put all your socials in the description box below. What days are your lives on YouTube?
Wednesday. I do it Wednesday at 2 o'clock Pacific time on the Nightmare Toys YouTube.
So that'll be 5 o'clock out here for us on the East Coast.
Yep.
5 o'clock Eastern time, 2 o'clock Pacific. Right before the last thing I want to say before you guys leave, I got to do a little bit of calendar business. So if you guys will do that, just hang out for me 1 second. So this Sunday, the 6th, we're going to be doing a watch along of the giant Gila monster. That'll be on Al Lucar's channel from the Midnight Society, 8 o'clock. On the 8th of November, we are welcoming in actress Christina De Rosa will be here with us, and she did a fun movie. She actually did a movie. There was a movie that she did called A Savannah Haunting that's just coming out. We're going to talk to her about that,
Oh, cool.
and then we'll be talking to her about that she had a part in a movie called Piranaconda.
Piranaconda.
Oh my God, you know I'm going to be asking about that. You
Oh,
know, hell yeah,
look at that.
Fred Olin Ray movie. Yeah, we're there for that. On the 9th of November, we'll be talking to stunt coordinator Alan Woodman, who's actually based in your neck of the woods, Kristy. He is
Oh, cool.
from Las Vegas, yes. And then on the 10th of November, Thursday, a week from today, we will be having singer, actress, and published poet Constance Steele will be with us on the 10th, and we will be having a lot of fun with that. Thank you again for everybody for coming out here. I really do support the show. You guys asked some great questions for Kristy. I appreciate that. And the midnight hour at 10:15 on Popping the Popcorns channel. Thanks for staying watching the show. We will talk to you soon.
Bye.
Kristy, stay right where you're at, and everybody else. Good night.
Bye. Thank you.